First team to 50 wins, baby. First team to 50 wins. The New York Yankees. I didn't think it would happen this quickly, but I'm so happy it did. Um, 8-1 was the Red Sox. Uh, 8-1 Sean Browning. And again, that was the Alex Verdugo show tonight. He was fantastic. He let me pull up his stats here. Let me box score this really quickly. Okay, it's 8-1 was the final score. Volpe was 1 for 3. Soto was 1 for 4 with some runs. Judge was 1 for 4. Verdugo was 3 for 5 with a home run. Giancarlo Stanton was 1 for 4. Anthony Rizzo 2 for 3. Gleyber Torres 0 for 4. Oswaldo Cabrera 0 for 4. And Jose Trevino was 1 for 4 with a home run. So, and Luis Hill pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball. He got the win. 4 hits, 1 run, 2.03 ERA. And then he was followed by Tommy Canely, Caleb Ferguson, Victor Gonzalez, and Mike Tonkin, all of whom were great. They shut the Red Sox down. So, again, another fantastic win for the Yankees and their first team to 50 wins. So, this is something to celebrate. I mean, it really, really, really is. So, hit that like button, gang, and just to celebrate this win. It's always nice when the Yankees win. It really, really is. So the trolls tend to come out when the Yankees lose, it is what it is. And by the way, if we achieve this goal, I don't know if everybody subscribed to this channel, but if we have achieved the goal of 25 sub tonight, we will surpass 21,000. We are right now just want somebody to ask me, I think last night's live stream, we are 17 subscribers away from 21K. So I greatly appreciate everybody's support. I really, really do. But shout out to everybody. Jack, my Kunstler Yeti's here too. Man, that's it, baby. Fortune, my man Maz is here. Jonathan's here. Mike Sorrentino's here. Yeah, it was great. And Tiffany, hello, how are you? It was good to see Verdugo come back home and have a homecoming to Boston and play well against. It's nice to see him killing the Red Sox as a Yankee than it was killing the Yankees as a Red Sox. So I'll take that. Wink is in the house too. I mean, Brandon Moore is here too. What is good? Anthony Pari's here. Peanut, Lou, Big Lou, Sean Browning, Greg Yasko. The whole crew is here. The whole crew. Buckeyes in the building too. All right. Welcome everybody. Thanks for celebrating this great win. Again, first team to 50 wins, baby. Joel's in the house. Yeah, baby. Ken, what's happening, my man? What is good? Yeah, baby. Yeah, thank you for Alex Verdugo. Thank you for not, treating him the way he should be treated and giving us the opportunity to do that. And he just feels good having Verdugo here. It really, really does. Hey, Bob, where did he go? Bob lost. We can have an all-star game. And how can we keep Verdugo? How can we keep Verdugo? I don't know right now. I'm not sure. Man, James, it's a good point. What Alex did tonight is a perfect example why you don't trade a player to arrive within the division. Yeah. And they were going to trade him, right, at the deadline last year too. So this was the second time. It was going to be a Clark Schmidt straight up for Alex Verdugo. I'm glad that didn't happen. And we still gave up a decent amount for him, but I'm glad we kept Clark Schmidt. Yeah, I saw that, Sunil. The Mavericks are killing the Celtics tonight, fighting back in the series. It'll be 3-1 after tonight. But it's good to see some fight there. Jocelyn Cooper, hello, how are you? But yeah, the 50 wins, baby. The first team in baseball to 50 wins. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Unbelievable. Smack that like button just to celebrate that. Let's be excited about this team. Yeah, the Phillies were leading the Red Sox, and then they tied the Red Sox tied. No, I'm asking the Orioles. And the Orioles tied them, and then the Phillies took a lead in the 10th, and then the Orioles tied them, and they're in a delay right now in the 11th or the 12th inning. Daniel Berry Sports, my man NFV's in the building too. What is happening? Did I see what David Robinson did to the Dodgers the last 2 games? No, what did he do, Ken? What did he do? Tell us, tell us, tell us, my man. Yeah, baby. Lapari's in the house, man. How you doing, buddy? Gotta take care of your health and your family too, man. I hope you're well, Lapari. I really do. Um, and that's not the only, good sign tonight. Gerrit Cole had his third rehab start tonight, struck out 10 in 4 and a third innings in AAA. 10 strikeouts, 4 and a third inning. He had 70 pitches, 46 of which were strikes. So I think it's going to be one more start, maybe to get him up over 80 or something like that before bringing him up. But a hell of a start tonight by Gerrit Cole. He's just getting a little bit better each time. That's exactly what we need. Yep, tomorrow we've got Carlos Rodon. Yeah. Yeah, this series could be closer, Sunil. It really could be, but it's going to be 3-1. No, Mavericks, I mean, the Celtics are 1 win away. Julio Curry, what's happening? Yeah, I mean, one of the problems is eh, I think two or three of the blown saves for Clay Holmes were infield. So just blown, defense by the infield, and obviously he's on the mound, so he's credited with it. But he's given up his fair share of hits too. But the infield's done him dirty a couple times, so I do think they need to upgrade the infield defense. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. So, and yeah, this is the most generous guy in the world here, Texas Buckeye, gifted 10 memberships. This is the king of Texas right here, and everybody, please, if you don't have a membership, and if you'd like to join the 161 family, Texas just gifted 10 of them. So please thank him. Thank you, Texas, bro. Thank you, sir. You're the man. Golden State was 1 game. Yeah, yeah, that's when they had LeBron there too. Yeah, yeah, yes. I mean, thank you again, Texas Bucket. Really, thank you. He is a legend. He is a legend. Who's going down? I don't know. Don't know. I mean, it's like we've been talking about, Garrett Crochet is available, right, from the White Sox, and he's been they're transitioning him into a starter, and he's got I think 2 or 3 years left of control before he's a free agent. And we're talking about what would it cost to get him, and he's a dominant left-handed pitcher. Yeah, that's if I was going to include Nestor Cortez in a trade, it would be for a guy like that. As well as you probably have to package. They want young pitching, so controlled pitching. You probably have to package like a Yoendris Gomez and I don't know, Brock Selvage. Something you'd have to do a couple. Probably a decent offensive prospect. Everybody, Jack, have a great night. Um, so it's it's worth pursuing at the very least. So, but yeah, I mean, I worry about him as a why they trying to transition him to a starter. I mean, it'll give him more value, and I hope it doesn't injure him. Long relief I'd be cool with, but you know, um, I hope it works out for Crochet one way or the other. I really do. Yes, indeed, Ken. Yankees have scored. Why is that? Have scored 59 runs in the first inning, leading the majors. They're pretty dangerous in the first inning. This Yankees team. They're pretty aggressive. I like that, man. I really do. No. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that, Michael. I don't think they're going to kick Clay Holmes out of the closer role for Mike Tonkin. Although Mike Tonkin's been fantastic. Matt Blake has unlocked some stuff in him. Fantastic. What's up, Michael Ryan? What's going on? But Dougie did take down the Sox. That was friendly. That's nice. It was nice to see. Peter Risberg's in the house. Red Sox fan, yes, they do. They pay high sky. So do Mets fans. They pay sky high prices to watch bad teams. They do. They really do. Devers and Duran. I'm telling you, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Did you tell him? Tell him, Menifee. They should have signed Josh Hader, man. Yes. Yes. And it would have been a worthwhile $40 million. Josh Hader. I mean, who? Let me pull him here. Okay, Josh Hader. Here we go. Stats. There we go. Yeah, 3-4 with a 3.82 ERA, 47 Ks. Who wouldn't want to pay $40 million a year for that? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of whiffs tonight, brother Bill. Yeah, a lot of whiffs tonight. I don't know, Michael Ryan. Miller's stats aren't better than Holmes, so and there's this assumption that if they get Miller, and I don't see it happening, but why? Because he throws hard. His stats aren't better than Holmes's, so I think I didn't get to get that assumption that he's earned his role here as the Yankees closer, by Holmes. He's earned it, so and that's what I think a lot of people don't want to acknowledge, but it's true. And look at compare the stats. And I even did it this morning. When I compared him to Miller, to Ryan Helsley, to Edwin Diaz. Like his stats are better than all of them. And Miller's a superior strikeout guy. But like if personally for me, if you can get Garrett Crochet here and even call up Clayton Beater to be the right-handed strikeout guy on the cheap, I'm happy with those two bullpen moves. Beater and Garrett Crochet. I'll take that over Mason Miller because Mason Miller is going to cost Jason Dominguez plus more, and they've already acknowledged that. So, do you want to do that? I'm not sure. It does feel like the flavor of the month, Sean. People keep forgetting he missed 3 months last year with a shoulder injury. So I worry he's a ticking time bomb. And again, you throw hard, so what? Aroldis Chapman is the hardest pitcher in baseball history. Couldn't find a freaking plate. So, you know, throwing hard is one thing. You gotta be able to locate and have movement on it too. And yeah, we saw how good he can be against the Yankees. We did see that, but I can't see it. I can't see the A's trading him because I think they're going to move to when they move to Vegas. They're going to want some valuable players there to showcase in Vegas. Otherwise, what the heck are they doing, right? No. Well, Michael, he hasn't regressed. I mean, the years that he's been here, it's been sub 3 ERA every single year since he's been here. So if the norm is sub 3 ERA, that's still pretty damn good as a closer. Which is crazy. I agree, Ken. Like I said earlier, like we need to compliment Holmes and not replace him. I think this is where we're getting jumbled up in the weeds, and I don't know why, but I, that's why I don't do talking points, and I don't like use other people's arguments as my own. Like this, yes, Miller's intriguing. He throws hard. He's green. He's a good pitcher, but that doesn't automatically mean he's going to come here and take over. Just like people have to live with the reality that Jason Dominguez is not going to take Alex Verdugo's spot or Judges or Soto. It's not going to happen. Maybe if Verdugo leaves next year, that's a different story. But they're not sitting Verdugo for Jason Dominguez. It's not happening. It'd be foolish to do that. So this is another reality, right? So I pass personally on the trade for Mason Miller. Let him go to a National League team. I don't care where the hell he goes, to be honest with you. But I think they're going to be fine. That's good. Yeah, exactly, Billy. If the A's start paying for players, it's kind of like the Orioles moving. Yeah, they'll move to Vegas. They'll have again maybe better financing and whatnot, and like the Orioles are starting to get a little bit aggressive too. So, um, you know, Yeah, I know, man. It's like ridiculous. Trade Verdugo and trading or to make room. Like, come on. Like these ridiculous takes, man. This is what happens when the hype train kind of infiltrates everywhere, right? So, you know, like the whole he's the next Mickey Mantle. I mean, come on, Mickey Mantle. Let's be real. So Mickey Mantle's one of the greatest outfielders in history of baseball. One of the greatest hitters in the history of baseball. Dominguez had 2 good weeks in the majors. It's exciting, no doubt, but that's crazy. That creates unfair expectations for him too. Unrealistic as well. But I agree, guy. I don't think they're gonna replace Holmes. But they're gonna get reinforcements to help him. Yeah, they're gonna get deeper in the bullpen. Heck yeah. But I like, I like that Caleb, like Consigliere said, like Caleb Ferguson is kind of becoming himself and he's finding himself again. Like Mike Tonkin, man, Matt Blake turned him into a freaking Harry Winston Diamond. It's fantastic. Well, exactly, guy. That's my fear is that Mason Mill's going to need Tommy John at some point. The Yankees are going to give up boatload of capital for him, and then he'll need Tommy John, and they'll miss almost 2 years of him. And I don't really like that proposition. And I agree, Buckeye, making a statement that yeah, he's making a statement with his bat and his glove. I mean, he's just buckles down, and he's so much happier here. So much happier here. And he is a big part of this team chemistry right now. So is Soto, right? So is Marcus Stroman. Like, unbelievable. These guys have done so much for the team chemistry. And I'm glad that they brought all three of them here. I really am. I'll take that over Yamamoto, Yamasoto, whatever that baloney slogan was. I'll take this over that. That's my take on that. I think, yeah, I agree, Lou. I think Dominguez will be here next year. Sacramento, I remember that, Tiffany. I was at the Olympic trials at Sacramento in 2000, the US Olympic trials for track and field. It was out there. Yep. Boys. Exactly, Billy. They're playing too well. Exactly, Clemenza. Thank you. Playing too well to screw with the chemistry. Any addition that they make at the deadline has to be one that has the chemistry in mind. It's got to be that way. Last thing they want to do is mess with the chemistry to bring up a big name or marquee player and blah blah blah. Mm-mm, mm-mm, no. And I agree, Ken. Like increase the K rate. Like, so let me pull up. Um, let's see how he's doing. I know he's had a little bit of injuries, but um, let's pull him up here. Clayton Beater this year, 3-1, 2.53 ERA. He's got 44 Ks in 32 innings, so he's a strikeout guy too. He could be a right-handed strikeout guy, and he's already in house. Like all you'd have to do is move him up instead of trading a chunk of the farm for a guy like Mason Miller. And if you can get it, if you can somehow get a Garrett Crochet here and call up, move up Clayton Beater, that's a pretty damn good deadline. And if they if they improve offensively on the margins, that's a pretty damn good deadline. Yeah. I don't know, guy. I'm not sure. It's going to be really interesting to see what the Yankees do in terms of Spencer Jones, in terms of Jason Dominguez. It's going to be really interesting. Well, exactly, Fortran. They're not going to make a trade just to make a trade. Like, I think the deadline's going to be as strategic as this offseason was. This offseason was very strategic, it was very intentional. And he told us what their game plan was, what they wanted to do, and they freaking did it. They never do that, you know? You live in California, when you live in Columbus, Ohio, your neighbor was the winner of the Miles of Rabbit. Nice, Buckeye. Nice. Tommy Byers, I love it. That's cool. Yeah, this is the difference of good performance, right? These guys have turned it around. Ferguson, I feel a heck of a lot better about both of them than I did a month ago. I think a lot of us do, and that's fantastic. Yeah. This is true too, Clemenza. Yeah. Fast guys. Yep. 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 I think they're gonna improve around the margins and quite just quietly get better. And I think they might do some of it before the deadline and not wait until the actual deadline day, like they usually do. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be very strategic. And I agree, Mazza. This is the strongest chemistry the team chemistry has been in a long time. You're 100% right, bro. And we got some NBA history from Sunil here. Fun fact in NBA Final 1951 had the New York Knicks, Rochester Royals, set currently. Royals took a 3-0 lead. The New York Forest in last game 7. Well, that's how we do in New York, Sunil. Yeah. But I'm not sleeping on the Mavericks just yet. Yeah, Jack Neely's in Double-A though, Dennis. He's got to prove himself in Triple-A before he comes up. He's got to do that as well. Yeah. David Justice, Cecil Field, guys like that chemistry. How do we know? How do we know? How do we know what, Michael? Justice and Fielder were good here for the chemistry. They were. Oh, Buckeye, yeah. The Spurs bling. I will have to get it from my house to bring. I'll have to bring it to the next live. And the Spurs have some serious bling. That's a good point, Buckeye. That's a good point. Mouse scores out. Yeah. There has to be at least one ass kicking, and tonight's the ass kicking scenario. I think the Celtics are going to fight back the next game, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, Sunil's throwing. Look at this. Look at this Buckeye. Sunil's just throwing haymakers here, going after the Spurs. Man, they had the Twin Towers. They had David Robertson and Tim Duncan, and they had Tony Parker, and they had Kawhi Leonard. Like that team was just no joke. Phillies 5-3. Yes, Phillies take down the freaking Orioles. Thank you, Phillies. Finish them off, please. Finish them off. Yeah, I don't think the Yankees are going to make any moves that are going to kill chemistry. And so I think not only are we glad, but they're glad that Josh Donaldson's gone too. Michael Ryan. I think a lot of folks are glad that he wasn't good for team chemistry, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's true. Let's let Sunil have his night exactly. I mean, after all, he's a Cowboys fan, so yeah. Yeah, this is true too, Sean. Yeah, 3 yeah. That team was. I mean, that team is just really damn good. They had their little dynasty too. So Manu Ginobili, yes. Thank you, brother Bill. Yes. Popovich did have a ton. Yes, he did. A lot of great role players. Yep. 96, they had Cecil Fielder. They had, Tim Raines. Like 98, Scott Brocious. Like Louis Soho. Like a lot of good. Regular Day, Shane Spencer. A lot of good role players. A lot of good role players. Yeah, I think the Celtics will play it. Bulls. Robert Ory. Good names. Good names. Taz is in the house. Taz Pedro's in the house. What's good? That's right. First to 50 wins. This is a night to celebrate. And like I said, if you haven't heard, Gerrit Cole was dominant tonight in Rehab start number 3. 10 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. 10 Ks. 70 pitches, 46 of which were strikes. He's in place. Jig is in here? Oh, boy, Jigga. What's good, brother? Love having you in here, dude. Yeah. I dislike the Astros the most too. I mean, they released Jose Abreu today too. They owe him like $30 million. So if anybody wants to get Jose Abreu now, For first base depth, they can get him on the cheap because it'd be the league minimum. And maybe he needs a change of scenery. He's not playing well. Maybe he just needs a change of scenery. I don't know. But like the Astros have to pay the man 30 million bucks regardless. So good. What's good, Jigga? What is good, my man? Someone asked a 27 New York team beat 90. 27 did not have. This is true, Bill. They didn't have Shane Spencer. Spencer was on fire in 98. I remember that little run he had. It was crazy. Huh? A lot of people did Michael Ryan. Had him pegged as a big mouth and a troublemaker. I get it. It's good to see you feeling better too, Jigga. Good, man. Yeah, Jigga's right above you. Right above you, NFE. In the chat there. It's good to hear you feeling better, dude. Yeah, Abreu. 124, 35. Yeah, not a ton. He's still got a solid glove, though. But again, maybe a change of scenery, different role might do him some good. But like personally, he's only an option if the Yankees decide they don't want to call up somebody like a Ben Rice, like an Augustine Ramirez, like somebody like a Spencer Jones, like a TJ Rumfield. Like they have guys that they could call up who I would prefer over Abreu. But like I always do, I just give all the options when a new one presents itself. I share it, I ask people what they think. So, um, this is a good point too. Okay, 50 wins in KC does not beat 50 wins in Boston. This is true. That is very true, sir. Yes, indeed. Damon, yeah, right. Damon was good here too. Yep, yep. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, like to me, David, like I said this the other day too. Like I would like to call up a guy like Ben Rice, and there's nobody else I would like to have mentor Ben Rice than Anthony Rizzo. I would keep Rizzo through the rest of this year, especially if they call up somebody. He's a vet. He's a pro. He's a great teammate and a leader, and I want him to be mentored by somebody like Rizzo. And then you can move on. You don't have to exercise his option after this year. Okay. And then next year, if Ben Rice wins a job, whoever wins a job, you don't have to throw them to the wolves because you also have DJ here who can back up first base too. You'd have another veteran who could play first base, and then you just save like $18 million by not re-signing Rizzo. So you can do it. It is possible. No, Kevin, it's a good question. Do I think Alex Cora is back in Boston? I don't know. That's a good question because I do think they're gonna. I do think they're gonna miss the playoffs. Um, If they like completely tank, then I can see them getting rid of Cora. But he's got some brownie points built up there. I mean, he did get a championship over there, so I think they might keep him. That's where he's got to get better, Kevin. Ben Rice, defensively at first base. He's defensively better at catcher, but his bat is what's very enticing. His bat is money. And Ellsbury guy was hurt. I mean, he was the first 2.5 years here. He was productive and solid, but then he got hurt after that. And then, like the last 4 years of his contract were IL. Thankfully, the Yankees had insurance taken out on him. That way, when he didn't play the last 3 years, it didn't come out of the Yankees' pockets. It was paid by insurance. But it still applied towards their payroll, but it didn't come out of the pockets at the end of the day. Insurance paid for those last 3 years, not the Yankees. Which is at the very least a silver lining there. And Euclid, yeah. I mean, my favorite part of the Euclid to the Yankees was he was part of a triple play here. I remember that because CC was I was at that game. CC was there, and he was part of a triple play here. I remember that. Yeah, exactly, man. Effing. Yeah. Just because yeah, Russell and Walton Celtics. Yeah. Celtics are just good this year. They're just crushing teams. It's crazy. The Red Sox starters ERA is ranked 7th in the majors. 2.5 games out. Yeah, I mean they're kind of hanging around, Ken, aren't they? Which is all right. 5-3 Phillies over the Orioles, bottom 11. Yeah, they're kind of hanging around. Like Toronto, I don't see making. I think I see Toronto trading Vlad Jr. at the deadline. I don't see them trading Bo Bichette. I see them trading Vlad Jr. That's just me, though. And they've already traded Kevin Biggio to the Dodgers. Ugh. Excuse me, to the Dodgers for I don't know prospect or something like that. So he's gone. Um, I can see them moving a guy, and again, like I can't see them giving a big extension to him and Bo. It's going to be one or the other. I think Bo's got more versatility. So Biggio, I don't know. I mean, it just wasn't. They weren't able to unlock him, Wink. And I think the Dodgers are probably better positioned to lock. They lock a lot of young players, unlock a lot of young players. The Dodgers, so I think they're better positioned to get more out of him as a player. You know, Vlad Jr. can go to the Astros to to replace Abreu. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one point. That's a good point. That's a great point. You can see Vlad Jr. going to the Astros to replace Abreu. It's an opening, so that's true. That would suck if he went to the Astros and then he just became really good again. Started murdering the Yankees. Oh man. But I did hear this too, Ken. Yeah, they were in talks with the Cubs on a Vlad trade too. But maybe Boston. Houston will be more aggressive now that Abreu's gone because they've already released him now. They DFA'd and they released him the same day. So yep. And Vlad, I think. I mean, he he was so like immature in Toronto. It's just I would put him around a more seasoned manager like like Craig Counsell in Chicago. I think he'd be a better fit there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They probably would want to plug just to stick it to the Yankees. They probably would trade him to the Astros. Yo, Palvis, what's good? Phillies won. All right, the Yankees picked up another game in the Orioles. That's what we need, baby. That's what we need. Vlad Distant, yeah, he did. Well, they had Brian Cashman had an agreement to bring Vladimir Guerrero Sr., his dad, to the Yankees. And then he got overruled by George Steinbrenner, who wanted to bring in Gary Sheffield instead of Vlad Jr. Vlad Sr. Oh, God. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, he'll have, 102 pitches or something like that? 2.5? No. 3.5 we're up by Constantine. I love it. Let's keep that. Let's keep that lead. Let's pad it if we can, too. But yeah, he had an agreement with Vlad Sr., and then Steinbrenner stepped in, overruled him, and brought in Sheffield instead. So, yeah. So, does that say Cashman and Newman? Cashman had an agreement with him, with Guerrero. He was going to be a Yankee, and then that just got overruled. So, yeah. Just like Hank Steinbrenner overruled Brian Cashman, who also had a trade lined up for Alex Rodriguez. And then Hank Steinbrenner overruled Cashman and gave A-Rod a 10-year extension. That second big 10-year deal from A-Rod. That's what happened there too. And he had a trade with the Angels lined up. He was going to get like Jared Weaver, Chone Figgins. It was going to be a huge trade, and Hank Steinbrenner shot it down. Crazy, crazy. Hold on, Watawe. Sticking with Hill, yeah, yeah. I mean, he got another win. I think that's his ninth win for Hill. Like it's good for him. I did not watch Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I've not seen that. Hold on. Very important, NFE. Very, very important. Is it true the Yankees are? Who told you that, Jose? 15 years, 701. Who told you that? They will never leak that. Yankees will never leak that. Yeah, Rondell White was doing. Yeah, I remember him on plug. And Matt Sealy the next year. Yeah, and Rondell White was a pro. Like he was a good fit here. Um, just his tenure here wasn't that very long. So, but I always I met him at Copacabana, I think, in New York. He was cool. He was a really cool guy. You know, I agree, Tiffany. I know I told, and I'm with NFE too. Like I understand that you're worried. In the when the Yankees played him last time, Judge wasn't hitting. Like nobody was hitting. So we'll have a much better positioning against the Orioles. And we're not playing in Camden either. We're playing in Yankee Stadium. So I think the Yankees will be better positioned to win that series against the Orioles. Yeah, me too, NFE. I liked Rondell. He was cool. Guy, I don't know if he looks exhausted, but I mean, Matt Blake said it's not going to be an excellent, but I do think at some point they'll do something. I would even alternate between a start and a long relief outing or something like that, just to cut down a little bit of the innings. But you know, here's the fact of the night. Yeah, a team named the Yankees has two pitchers with 9 wins, not named Gerrit Cole, Carlos Rodon, Luis Hill. These guys could both be double-digit wins before the All Star break. They could be. Neither one of them is named Cole. I mean, that's a testament to how good this Yankee starting pitching has been and consistent this Yankee starting pitching has been. I hope you're happy with it because I'm very excited, Tim. I am very excited. Um, but yeah, I mean, the O's had us last time. They had the upper hand on us and they just beat us. You know, I think it's going to be a different story this time around. So, all right, we're 16 subs away. 16 subs away from 21K. All right. I don't know, NFE, if he's back. I don't know. I think he's scheduled to play the second game there, but I'm not sure. I do think he's going to get one more rehab start because he was only at 70 pitches today. But I would get him in the 80s before I move them up, just to kind of give him the type of spring that he would have had before that he never got this year. So I think it would be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody's not sub to this channel, man, I would love to hit that goal of 25 subs or at least 16 subs tonight to try to get 21K. That would be awesome. And Hill was still, yeah, his arm is his arm is fine. You know, sometimes you got to work on command, but you know, we're also playing Boston. There's some good hitters there, so but he was fine. He got the win again. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. He threw 70 pitches tonight. Yeah, 4 and a third inning, 10 strikeouts. I would agree, anything. I do think one more rehab. I think 4 rehab starts before he comes up. Want to do it right with Gerrit Cole. One chance to get this guy set up to come back and hopefully not look back. So we want to make sure we do this right. Um, yeah, okay, I can't wait to see Cole pitching for up. Coming back up to the major leagues. I just can't wait to see him back up here. I really can't. Kevin, I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. Very much appreciate that. Man. Damn right, man. Yeah, he stuck it to the Red Sox fans tonight. Good, man. You know, um, good. What I think for win 20, Hill or Rodon. I don't know if either one of them is going to do a wink, but I could see them both at. I could see Rodon probably at 16, 17. Hill probably 13 or 14. I think Hill's probably going to pitch a a little bit less games than Rodon, but uh, I do think why, and I think Marcus Stroman is going to have multiple, like double-digit wins too. So they're just they have a good squad here, a really good squad. But I just, getting Cole back and getting Clark Schmidt back would be fantastic. It really, really would, really, really would. So yeah, yeah, I saw that one. My good back and forth. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, Jonathan. It's gonna be at some point. My guess is gonna be they're gonna be more aware of where his standing, how much innings and pitches and stuff. I think at some point they're going to be much more aware, as they should be. Hmm. Well, this is true too, Ken. Yeah, they didn't want to keep him there. So the Red Sox loss is our treasure. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know, Michael, if the Dodgers are World Series favorites when call comes. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if they're World Series favorites right now. I mean, maybe they're favorites for the Series representative in their National League, but you never know. I mean, they're gonna have to get past the Phillies, and then the Phillies are not going to be an easy task either. So it's going to be different. No, Pook. What are you referring to, Pook? Earlier today? Speak on hell, yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, that's a telltale sign, Buckeye. Like if you start losing velocity, like that's a telltale sign with um that type of stuff. So, and his arms looks live and fresh. Pook, appreciate the apology. Just just forget about it. Okay? Just forget about it. It took balls to come out here and say what you just did. So appreciate that. Thank you, Pook. Acuna, he's out for the season. 20 ACL. We can watch Verdugo versus Betzik or Chris Sale. It's true. Sale's with the Braves, right? That's right. And after the Orioles come to town in next week, the Braves are right after the Orioles. So it's going to be a good week and a half of baseball coming. It's going to be really good. Time for Verdugo and Devers second. No kidding. It was nice to see the Yankees kind of stick it to the Red Sox and keep them shut them down. Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, smack that like button if you haven't done that yet, just to celebrate this Yankees win. Let's try to get to 100 likes if we can. It's always a pleasure. It's always greatly appreciated. It's always helpful. So, and thank you for those. If anybody that was in here that subscribed, we're now 15 away from 21,000. That's cool. It's awesome. Yesterday we were like 50 away. So, and yeah, I think the Celtics wrap it up too. Unfortunately, but Luca's been fantastic. I know Porzingis you know, Luca's been fantastic. He's a beast. But the Celtics are just too formidable a team, I think. Yep. They've had a run, the Mavericks. They've had a run. Yeah. Strikeout pitcher closer. Why, Christopher? Why do you say that? Yeah. Fuck, that's why you're a legend, dude. That's why you're the king of Texas. David, that's an intriguing idea. But league exclusively is April and September. That's an interesting idea. I didn't hear him say that, but I'd be open to it. I would still like interleague play so you can play teams from the other league, and I do think that's a good thing, but I'm open to that. Yeah, let's go over the arms, Ken. Even this morning, I went over Mason Miller, I went over Edwin Diaz, I went over Ryan Helsley, all names that we've talked about. Now, bring up a name right now, Ken, and I'm gonna pull it up. Um, see, I appreciate the kind words, dude. You're the man, dude. You know we try to keep it organic and fun in here, and just straightforward and candid and transparent. So, want everybody to have a good time. Not everybody's going to agree, not everybody's going to disagree. That's totally cool. As long as we're respectful of each other and we give good energy, I'm cool. But see, I mean, you're family, bro. You're family. Can put back. Can you put the names back in the chat here? I'll pull them up for you. I'll extract them. Sometimes this scroll here makes it really hard for me to scroll up because when I do, it scrolls right back down. Here, oh yeah, that's right. Reed Garrett. Reed Garrett. Stats. Oops, not state. Okay, Reed Garrett. He's with the Mets. He's 6-2 with a 321. 53 Ks and 33 innings pitched. So he's got strikeout arm. 85. All right, we need 15 likes to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that, like button, please do. It's greatly appreciated. Michael, I appreciate that, man. Look, man, we try to know our stuff, right? I mean, it's important to know our stuff. Yeah, Tanner Scotts, we talked about him too, Kevin. There's a couple other guys like AJ Puck, there's Andrew Nardi and the Marlins. The Marlins have a couple of good arms. They really do. What's up, Chris Schmidt? Um, could the Yankees and Cubs be? Who would we need from the Cubs? Who would we want from the Cubs, I should say? But Reed Garrett's an intriguing one. Ken, who else? Yankees predicted to extend. Jose predicted by who? Predicted by who? Who's predicting that? Oh, Griff, that's right. Griffin Jackson. Let me pull him up too. So Reed Garrett's with the Mets. I think the Mets are going to unload a bunch of players. I really do. Griffin Jacks stats. So Griffin Jacks is with the Twins, right? Yeah, Twins. He's 3-2 with a 2.37 ERA, 42 Ks, 30 innings pitched. Solid. Solid. Sunil's getting it now. Sunil's poking a bear, and he's getting the bears are coming out, man. Brian Hudson, okay. Brian Hudson stats. Stats. Here we go. Brian Hudson or Ryan Hudson? The hell? Where? Brian. Here we go. I don't know why that. Here we go. 4-0 with a 1 ERA. Ryan Hudson's with the Brewers. He's a lefty. He's 6'8", 200. This guy's got size, and he's 27. He's 6'8", 220. A lanky left. He's 43 Ks and 36 innings pitched. He's got a career 2.22 ERA too, so he's consistently been pretty good. He could be an intriguing left-handed option. Let's just say they get him instead of Garrett Crochet. He probably wouldn't cost as much. So if they can do something like that, I'm most intrigued by that one right there, Ken. Brian Hudson. Can I see Canton? No, I can't see Canton getting traded. Jonathan. I can't see it. He fits the chemistry. He just fits the crew here, I think. Ooh, Robert's got an opposing view here. I like the April-September. It hurts the team. It might have a key player starting the season later because of injuries, and the guys aren't 100% by September. The current schedule is. All right, it's a fair point. You both make fair points. East Coast teams need to play in the West. Yeah, definitely. I had betting and gambling. There was an umpire now who's been busted for gambling. An umpire, not a player, an ump today. That was reported today. Who is Eli Ben Porat? Eli Ben Porat. Who is that? No idea who this guy is. He's got an MLB like Twitter, something like that. But we'll see what the Yankees do. This is Michael. Interesting take too. Under 550 teams. The swap for needs. There's needs you can fill. What is that? Something over there. That's from March 10th. He's got the old stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the ump got busted for gambling. Makes him. He could. Yeah, I mean, you know what, Wink? He could have been implicated in the gambling too, Angel Fernandez. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. If they play the Dodgers, yeah, Ken. Seriously. Seriously, dude. Seriously. Here comes the Yankees coming back with him. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. This is what makes this crew so great. The banter we get going back and forth is freaking fantastic. All right, hang on 1 second, gang. Hang on 1 second. Psst. Dang it. I gotta check. See, the screen door's not open here. Right? Okay. Needed to make sure I'm in another room here and a screen door is open, but I'm gonna make sure the cat can not get out. So we're good. Kevin, have a great. I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute too. I'm gonna get some rest. I got some work stuff I'm gonna do tomorrow. But I appreciate you, Kevin, man. Thanks for coming on, supporting. Thanks for being part of the family, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, Michael Ryan. Finally get Reynolds from the Pirates. Imagine that. Yeah, finally get Reynolds from the Pirates. Yeah. It would have been nice 2 years ago, but the Pirates extended him, so oh well. 87 likes. We need 13 likes to get to 100. Can we do it? I don't know. We'll see. Well, Reynolds would have been fun, but oh well. So you make those are good points, Ken. They're listed higher K rate pitchers. They average more than a strikeout, and that's true. From teams that you think will be moving players, they wouldn't break the bank. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm most intrigued by that lefty pitcher. I really do. Have a great night too, Michael. Um, I'm intrigued by that lefty pitcher. How much? How many years does he have left of control in his contract? This question I didn't look that up. Um, that would be interesting to see. Crochet, I think, has 3 years left or two, which makes him a very intriguing option. Um, but again, like if you can get a guy like this and a guy like freaking and just call it Clayton Beater, and you I think you'd have gotten a boost in the bullpen. Two or three, okay. So kind of like Crochet. So that's controllable years is what Cashman like in Victor Gonzalez get 3 controllable years. Like I know Caleb Ferguson is gonna be a free agent, but like he's Scott Efras had like 5 controllable years before he brought him in. So he's good at acquiring pitchers with controllable years. And again, with more controllable years, it makes it easier for them to give Juan Soto a big contract and so on because you're surrounding him with affordable players. That's why he's so good at that stuff. Michael Harris on the injured list. The Braves. Good outfielder, so we won't be facing him next week. Yeah, baby. More winning streaks this year. Like, damn right. Like this, I mean, we're only 32 wins, away from our season total from last year. It's crazy. We're gonna be closer to our full season win by the All Star break. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Oh God. Well, this is a good point too, Buckeye. Yeah, higher case rate. They have to face three batter minimum, so contact pitchers can pitch more often. Yeah, that's just true too. Yeah. Well, exactly, Ken. I don't think Gonzalez is going anywhere either. Mm-mm. Crafty lefty. Got some really good takes. You guys making some really excellent takes. Really, really excellent takes. Could you imagine that? I don't know how many games we have left until the All Star break, but they could cut that in half. 92 likes, 8 likes to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please do. Let's celebrate this win. Hopefully, prepare for another win tomorrow. Let's get put the Yankees in position to win another series, man. 117 to 45, man. That would be a record. I mean, the record is what is that? What the hell is that? A bug over there or something. 116 and 46 is the record by the Seattle Mariners. The Yankees, the 98 Yankees were 114 and 48. So do I think they'll give up Anthony Rizzo for a pitcher? I don't think they're going to move Jose. I don't think they're going to move Rizzo. Or give up Jason Dominguez and Jahmai Jones for a good. I don't. They don't. I don't think they're going to trade for a starting pitcher. I don't think they need to. I really don't. Um, all good, Sela. All good, my man. Oh, what the hell is that? There's some kind of bug flying here. And the cat is on the prowl. I don't think the Yankees are going to trade for a starting pitcher because there isn't a pitcher they could trade for that's going to be a bigger move than getting Gerrit Cole back. So I think they're going to Yeah, I think they're going to address the bullpen, CeeLo, and maybe third base. That's my guess right now. So 76 wins after by the All Star game. That would be freaking awesome, CeeLo. It really would be. I do think we're on a good pace to six to surpass 100 wins. Yeah, I mean, look, if you can get like we've already known that the White Sox are looking for pitching for Garrett Crochet, so I would include Nestor Cortez in that trade. Cortez has another year left of control, so he's not a free agent until 2026. And that would add another like a Brock Selvage and Yoendris Gomez. Like I would add a couple of pitchers to try to get a guy like Crochet here. I really would. Um, but then maybe you don't have to give up as much to get that guy from the Brewers that Ken and I were talking about a little bit ago. Like it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And again, like, and well, me too, CeeLo. I mean, he went deep yesterday, but his defense, it counters his offense way too much. It does. I think Cole's going to get one more rehab start to get his pitches up in the 80s. Well, when Cole comes back, Nestor Cortez will probably be the 5, and then when Clark Schmidt comes back, then that's going to be the when it's going to really they're going to have to really make a decision. And I'm with Jonathan. I think Gleyber Torres is going to finish here. I agree. Yeah, see, like 102. Yeah, 102 games left. Like, wait, are there 102 games left? Let's see. What's their record? What is their record right now? They are. Let me pull up their. Let's go to the standings here. Let's go to the standings. They're 50 and 22. So that's 72. So they have 90 games left. If they go 50 and 40, they win 100 games, which is very doable. Yeah, well, exactly. I think the margins. I agree with you, Ken, 100%. I think the way to go is make improvements in the bullpen and maybe a corner infield. I like third base. You know, and like I said, I've already mentioned I would try to see if they can get Ryan McMahon here. Forget Matt Chapman. Forget Alex Bregman. Forget those guys. And Jose Abreu, he's not my first pick. I would rather the Yankees call up one of their infield prospects and let them be mentored by Rizzo. Like Ben Rice, he's a lefty hitter. He's tearing the cover off the ball. And you have Augustin Ramirez is tearing the cover off the ball. You got Spencer Jones if they're going to ever let him play first base. You know, there's plenty of TJ Rumfield. They have guys here that they could play, and I would be happy to have them mentored by Anthony Rizzo for the rest of the season. And then you can move on from Rizzo, right, with the team option, and let the kid play and let him be, then platoon with DJ LeMahieu until DJ LeMahieu's contract is up. Like, it's very doable. But I would not trade Rizzo. If the Yankees win a World Series this year, I want Rizzo to be part of it. I really do. The champ, he's a great leader. 98 likes. We need 2 likes to get to 100. All right. No, I trust Schmidt more than I do Cortez, Jose, but having Cole back will give us a little bit more, will give me a little bit more comfort. So, that's a good question, Buckeye. Will protect the 98 mile. This is a really important question. Okay. And not I'm pitching back and forth, speeding at the bat. And this is where I think it's important to have long relief, right? Because it serves as a safety blanket between the hard pitchers in the bullpen and the hard pitchers in the rotation. And you can get guys like Nestor Cortez, JT Brubaker, Luke Weaver throwing multiple innings a couple times a week. It would absorb some of that impact for those hard throwing starters and hard throwing relievers. It would, again, like I said, serve as a security blanket for both sides. And having 2 or 3 guys in long relief who we can rely on consistently, Nestor Cortes would be a converted starter. JT Brubaker is a converted starter. So that to me is a good um that to me is a good blanket to have. All right, we got 100 likes, John. All right, thank you, gang. Always appreciate you. Appreciate it. Bronx Promise fan Brian. What's good, Brian's fan Brian? What is good? Have a great night, my consigliere. I'll wrap this up in a minute too. Um, I don't know if he looked tired. I mean, he was still throwing 100 late in the game, 98 and 100. So, but maybe his body language is a little. He's not like he doesn't have the same body language of like a Marcus Stroman. Like Marcus Stroman, like he's very peppy. So like he's a lot more vibrant in his body language than Hill. But again, his arm has the velocity. That's what matters. So you know. All right, Tiffany. Thank you very much. 100 likes. Always appreciate you, gang. Always appreciate you. But that's what we have, right? A big win for the Yankees, and it's a big rehab win for the Gerrit Cole. Again, he just came in, haven't heard 4 1/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 70 pitches. Big next step, and he's taken incremental steps every time he's come out. So, and he's in AAA now, so he's only one step away. So I do think if it were me, I would give him one more rehab start and then bring him up. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. But yeah, I mean, he could be tired. He could be, and that's okay. And again, he hasn't thrown this many innings like ever, the Yankees. So, and he's coming off, a long layoff. So, you know, he's got a big arm. I think they're going to want to be smart about it. So, if I were them, I'd be using long relief more often. And I do think that it would be wise for them to do. But we'll see. How many subs until 21K, Jonathan? Still 15. Still 15. Maybe we'll get it this weekend. We'll see. Yeah, boy. He had 54 strikes in 70 pitches today, Ken. Yeah. Yep. 54 strikes, 16 balls. Not bad. But I'll take it. Again, another reinforcement coming. Scott Efrost is supposed to be here in July. And then we'll see what Trevino, we have reinforcements coming. So, yeah, same here, CeeLo. I hope they're smart with Luis Hill because I want to see him in the World Series game too. The kid is locked in right now. So, but I want to see them protect him too. Just like I want to see them protect Jason Dominguez, not rush him back. Protect him. Keep him safe. Be smart. That way, if you want him to take over for Verdugo next year, you can do that. And he's in a position to do that by staying healthy. And this is where I think, taking good care of him is important. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Clark Schmidt was in a good role. He's in a good role. And he's got a lot of movement in his pitches too. But yeah, same here, Ken. Let me say goodnight to everybody too, and thank you all for coming on. I really appreciate you. It's always the best. This family right here is the best family out there. 161 Mafia. But we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully celebrate another win by the Yankees. Let me pull up the pitching matchups for tomorrow before we leave. Tomorrow, I gotta tell you who's gonna pitch the game tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, they play at 7:15 tomorrow night. Carlos Rodon versus Cooper Criswell. Carlos Rodon versus Cooper Criswell. So let's get it done. Let's get the win. Peace and love to all. Have a great night. NFE, brother, Buckeye, Sir, CeeLo. Love to all he is. Have a great night. Go Yankees. Over and out.